Hello everyone, welcome to the first installment of a brand new series of video-based weather explainers that we are calling MWN Weather Facts. I'm Kris Hardy with MemphisWeather.net, and with summer upon us and record-breaking heat recently occurring, we thought that the topic of heat waves would be a great starting place for this video series. So I'm just going to be giving you guys some basic information of a heat wave and some tips to help you guys stay safe during this miserable heat that we are experiencing. So to get started, what exactly is a heat wave? Well, a heat wave is a period of extremely hot weather which can be partnered by high humidity, especially in countries that are very close by oceans. Typically, this is measured respective to the usual weather in the area and to the normal temperatures for the season. So when you go onto a weather app and you see the forecasted temperature of the day, say for example it says like 95, and then you see something below it that says it feels like 105 degrees outside. That is what we call the heat index, and that is taking into consideration the forecasted temperature plus the high humidity of that day. So it might only be forecasted to be 95, but when you walk outside it feels much hotter than 95. And that is where the high humidity comes into play, to make that temperature feel much hotter than what is forecasted. And also, temperatures that people from hotter climates may consider normal can also be considered a heat wave in much cooler areas if they are outside of the normal climate pattern for that area. So, for example, in Arizona, 110 degrees might feel like a normal day to them, but in Chicago, for example, that's not going to feel normal, and that could be classified as a heat wave there. Another example would be the heat wave of Chicago in 1995. So just some more information here. The American Meteorological Society deems a heat wave to be about 5 or more days of consecutively high temperatures paired with that uncomfortable humidity. Severe heat waves can cause very catastrophic crop failures. They can cause thousands of deaths from hyperthermia and widespread power outages due to that increased use of air conditioning. And these can also be considered natural disasters because, like I said, they cause death and they cause harm onto people and the atmosphere and the earth. And, sunlight can overheat a human body. Heat is actually the #1 cause of death within, the weather. A lot of people might think it's other natural disasters, but heat is actually the #1 cause of death within natural disasters. So now let's go into some safety tips, how to stay safe during these miserably hot days. So of course, #1, stay hydrated. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water and staying hydrated. So also stay cool, stay in the house where it's air conditioned. Of course, don't overdo the air conditioning, but make sure you're not outside 24/7. Dress accordingly. Make sure you're not wearing long sleeves, long pants. Make sure you're dressing appropriately to go outside. Take cool showers or cool baths when you might feel overheated. And also stay in the shade if you happen to go outside. Stay under a tree, take an umbrella outside, whatever it may be to stay in the shade. Also, please remember that cars can hold in heat. A lot of people don't take that into consideration, and they leave a lot of things in their car that can be damaged or harmed from this heat. But cars can hold in heat. They can, be much, much hotter on the inside than what the outside feels like. So make sure you're not leaving, your children or animals or anybody else in the car when it's not running. Also make sure to help those who are not able-bodied or someone who is older during a heat wave because they are much more vulnerable to these natural disasters than other people are. And just some other basic information, just kind of reiterating what I've already said and also talking about heat strokes and sunstrokes. Heat stroke symptoms are dizziness, headaches, facial flushing, nausea, and weakness. And sunstrokes can cause vomiting, shortness of breath, rapid heart rate, fever, and muscle pain. So if you are experiencing those symptoms, please do not continue to stay outside. Make sure you seek medical help for that. Continue to stay hydrated to avoid these things. Also, make sure you avoid drinking alcohol, do not smoke, don't wear synthetic clothing, don't eat a bunch of junk food, or heavily exercise when you're outdoors. That can just increase your risk of having a heat stroke or a sunstroke. Also, make sure that you're not going outside during the most hottest periods of the day and doing these things. Don't go outside on a run in the middle of the day if there is a heat wave. That can cause heat stroke or sunstroke much easier than if it were not in a heat wave. And also make sure you're wearing cotton clothing when you're thinking about what to wear. Make sure you have sunscreen, and again, stay hydrated, take cool showers if you begin to get overheated, and make sure you stay in the shade. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. I hope you learned a little bit something new about staying safe in the summer sun. And also let us know what you think about these videos in the comments. And there will be more of these weather topic videos in the future. But let us know what you think about this one and if you learned something new. Again, my name is Kris Hardy. I'm with MemphisWeather.net, and thank you all for watching.